The bounty hunter role could either earn you good money or it can earn you close to none. This all varies on how you run it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to maximize profits with bounty hunter and also how you can make some good gold with it. But before we get into the video, I just want to tell you guys about my personal channel where I make similar videos to this, just on GTA Online instead of Rdr2 Online. So if you like guides and tutorials and you also play GTA, I suggest you to check by my channel and consider subscribing to it. And if you subscribe to that one and Open Vision channel, you are a legend. Getting back into the video. To start the bounty hunter role, you will need to buy the bounty hunter license. And to buy this, you have to go to roads. That's where you start the bounty hunter. And there you will get this cutscenes playing on screen right now. And then you will get a prompt to buy the bounty hunter license. This will cost you 15 gold bars. So try and make sure you already have 15 gold bars before you go there and buy it. If you don't buy it then and there, you can go and buy it anytime later. If you are a beginner and you have not got your 15 gold bars yet, or you have maybe just 10 or even less, go check out my last video, which was the beginner's guide. That will get you to 15 gold bars and you will get bounty hunter. Before we can talk about maximizing profit with the bounty hunter, we will need to talk a bit about the bounty board. This is where you will choose your bounties and who you want to take in. On the bounty board, there are 3 tiers. These tiers are shown by these dollar symbols. $1 symbol is the easiest one, $2 symbols is the medium, and $3 symbols is the hardest difficulty on the bounty. There are also multiple target bounties that usually pay more than a solo target bounty, even though the solo target may have a higher tier. So for example, if the solo target or the one target is tier 3 and you have another bounty mission that is 3 targets, that mission may give you more money because it is more targets, rather higher difficulty, if you get what I mean. On this board you also have legendary bounties. These are bounties with a higher payout. With these you get put into a solo lobby to do this. You're not doing this in free roam. We will talk a bit about these later. First thing, on your way to maximize your profit with the bounty hunter, you should buy these items. And the first item I have on this list is the reinforced lasso. This makes it much harder for the bounties to escape. Even though they still can escape, it's much harder for them rather than the normal lasso. Even though you can just knock the bounties out by kicking them, that way they can't escape either way. But I do think the reinforced lasso is worth it anyway, since sometimes you get into a bad situation and you can't knock the target out immediately. If you have the normal lasso right there, then they may escape before you can catch them again, and you maybe fail the mission. The reinforced lasso is unlocked at rank 1, so you unlock it when you buy the bounty hunter, but it does cost $350 to buy, so you need to buy it, you need to unlock it, and then you need to buy it. Next on the list is the bolas. These are expensive, but they are good. You can retrieve them, do not get me wrong. The bolas is used to throw at your bounty targets and then make them fall to the ground. These are great to stop bounty targets from running away, but keep in mind they only stop them for around 30 seconds before they break them and get back up. And as I said, sometimes the bolas do get destroyed, so you have to be careful with these. I would suggest you to get quite good at these before you use them often, because they do cost $30 a piece. That's a lot. That's basically a whole bounty hunter mission right there. And you need to be a rank 10 to unlock these. Another item or another vehicle you want to buy is the bounty hunter wagon. This is great for multiple bounty missions, especially if you are a solo player trying to take in multiple bounties. Because if you have a mission where it's 3 or 4 bounties you need to take in, and you are a solo player, without a bounty hunter wagon, this is basically impossible. You can't take 4 targets with you. And with the bounty hunter wagon, it's still hard because there are 4 targets solo. That's pretty hard, but it's definitely possible to do. It's also good if you're on a posse. Many people say it's not good if you play in a posse often with many people. It is still good because maybe one time one of your friends just disconnects or they go AFK, anything like that. One of your targets has escaped. So the bounty hunter wagon is really good because you can just throw the bounty in there and they cannot escape. It's impossible for them to escape. They will be there until you finish the mission. So it's definitely worth the cost. You unlock this again at rank 10 and it does cost $875, so it's quite an investment, but as I said, I think it's definitely worth the cost. And the last one we have on this list of things you may want to get in the bounty hunter role, we have the rank 20 Briton. If you don't know what this is the best horse or one of the best horses in the game. All the role horses, are really good, but this one is especially good for bounty hunter because obviously you get it by the bounty hunter rank system, and yeah, it's really good. You basically max out your stamina, max out your health. This horse will never really escape on you. It doesn't get scared. It's fast. Yeah, it's really good. So make sure to buy this at rank 20, and this is really important. You have to wait till the rank 20 version of the horse. There are ranks before this. You want to wait for the rank 20 version of this horse before you buy any horses, because this is the only one that's worth it. And obviously you need to wait till rank 20 to get this, and it does cost $950, and that's quite an investment. But if you buy this horse, you will never really need to buy any other horse in the game again. This will do everything for you. Now, let's get on with the missions. With the normal missions, there are multiple different of these. They mostly consist of going to a location, fighting a bunch of enemies, and then taking the bounty in. On legendary bounties, this is a bit different. In these normal missions, you have the option to bring in the bounty dead or alive. You always want to bring them in alive. You get so much more money from it for bringing them in alive instead of dead. So keep this in mind. Try to watch your minimap and see where the bounty is at all times. Do not shoot him. You want to get him alive. If you are a solo without a bounty wagon, you can still take 2 targets at once. And the way to do this is you have to take one of the bounty targets. Let's say you have 2 bounty targets you're going after. You take one of the bounty targets, you tie them up, and you maybe knock them out too, but you put them on your horse. That's the point. Then the other bounty target, do not tie them up anything. You just throw your lasso, and then you just hold it. You do not release your lasso or anything, and you're on your horse. And then just go right away. You will drag the other bounty behind you, and eventually he will become knocked out. So if you have to stop, he will not run away because he's knocked out, and you can just drag him a long distance before he eventually will die, but you can drag him a long distance. But as I said, this is only necessary if you do not have the bounty hunter wagon. If you do have the bounty wagon, it's better to just use that, because you do have the risk of the bounty dying or the other bounty escaping that's on your horse because he lose the lasso or something. So it's better to use the bounty hunter wagon, but if you do not have it, you can do this if you want to do a multiple target mission. But be careful when dealing with multiple target bounties, since some of the bounties might stay and fight, but while others can run away and even go on horses to escape. So keep an eye out for all these bounties so no one escapes, because they do run quite fast, and when they are on horses they escape even faster. So make sure you always have your eye on them. And one thing is when they try to escape, you will see their blip to start like blinking and disappearing. Do not worry, they are not gone. If you just catch up to them, the blip will be on the map again. This is just to like show you that they are escaping and soon they are gone from you. If they get too far away, you cannot, then they are gone. You can't get them again. And for the end of the mission, you always want to wait until the last minute or so. And many people also say that you should wait to the last 30 seconds, but I usually just wait till the last minute or last minute and a half. But if you're skeptical if you got the time, because I do take the time on my phone when I do this, you can just wait the 30 seconds and you will, yeah, it will be fine. And yeah, the reason for this is you get way more money and gold from waiting to the last minute. This is because the missions in Bounty Hunter role is made so you as a player should use the most time. Equals play time for Rockstar. So on Rockstar's part, this is quite smart as a business move, but on our part, it's pretty weird that we need to wait it out to get more money. It should be the other way around if we catch them fast, but that's just how the game works. So therefore, you always want to wait until the last minute or the last 30 seconds and then deliver the bounties if you have multiple bounties. This goes for basically every mission in the game. It goes for stranger missions, blood money missions, and also bounty hunter missions. If you don't care about the money that much and you just want to rank up as fast as possible, do not wait till the last 30 seconds. Just deliver the target right away. The reason for this is because the XP you get in missions does not scale up like the money and gold does. It will always be the same. Therefore, if you just want to rank up in the bounty hunter role and get some of the stuff we talked about earlier, then just do the bounties as fast as you can. When you got to rank 20 in the bounty hunter role, then go back to waiting to the last minute, since that is the best way to get the most money and gold. Also, I do think you should do mostly legendary bounties whenever you can if you want to rank up in XP, because those give you more XP than normal missions do. And talking about legendary bounties, as I said, these missions you get put into your own lobby, and these missions kind of follow a strict way of doing it. Certain things does happen every time, so these are not like the normal bounty missions. These missions are like kinda rigged. Some things happen every time, some things change. For the legendary bounties, there are 5 levels. These are obviously the difficult level, but you can't choose which difficulty you want. When you do a legendary bounty for the first time, it starts at level 1. This is the easiest difficulty you can have. Second time you do it, it's then upgraded to a level 2. And like this, it goes all the way up to level 5, where it caps out, which is the hardest difficulty. As far as I know, you can't do any lower difficulties now that you are at level 5. The only mission you can do now is the level 5 version of that mission. Only difference between the levels are just more deadly enemies and more HP. For example, in one of the legendary bounties, the Wolfman, there will spawn more wolves, and in the last 2 difficulties, 4 and 5, you have to bring him in alive. You can't kill him. I do not recommend you to kill him because you do get less money, but if you did that, you now have to bring him in alive or you will mission fail. And the same thing as we talked about earlier applies here as well, but this time you want to wait for a whole 30 minutes. Yes, 30 minutes. Now you may think this is not worth it. Well, this is debatable, but I think it actually is, because the rewards for being in the mission for 30 minutes is much greater than completing it as fast as possible. It's the same as the normal bounties where you want to wait to the last 30 seconds. This is not necessary here. You can just do a timer on your phone. So when you get into the legendary bounty, whatever it is, with whatever legendary bounty is, you won't have a timer on screen right at the beginning, but there is a hidden timer in the background. So therefore you need to take the time with your phone or your tablet or whatever you have to take time with, and take the time of yourself. As I said, you want to be in this mission for 30 minutes, So set a timer or look at your timer for about 20 to 25 minutes and then go do the missions. This will take you from all from 5 to 10 minutes. That's why I said 20 to 25. And then around when you deliver the target, you should have been in the mission for 30 minutes and you have capped out the rewards. So when you've done that, you can then deliver the legendary bounty. As I said, this is debatable. Some people think that you should just finish the mission as fast as possible and then do something else in those 30 minutes, like another normal bounty or collecting or doing your trader business or anything like that. So you could do that, but I think this is worth it for the rewards. And at last, I just wanted to talk a bit about the prestigious bounty hunter expansion. Since this is not a role in itself, it's only an expansion to the original bounty hunter. You would think this was included in the bounty hunter role since it's basically the same thing, right? Well, no. This costs another 15 gold bars to unlock, and it doesn't really change much. It gives you 10 more ranks to unlock, some new equipment, skills and other unlocks, some new normal missions, some new missions called infamous bounties, and then some new legendary bounties. The mechanics of the bounty hunter and the payout has not been really changed though. It hasn't been changed at all actually. The mechanics are exactly the same or maybe just a tad bit different, and the payouts are not particularly any better. I would say it's worth buying the prestigious bounty hunter though, but not until you have bought all the other roles. I would suggest to go see my beginner guide video about this so you understand more if you haven't already seen it. The reason you should buy it is because it is content and it is enjoyable to play through. Anyway guys, that was the way to maximize profits from the bounty hunter role. Now I hope all my beautiful viewers are fully knowledgeable about the bounty hunter and its hidden secrets. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribing. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Anyway, my next video will probably be a more in-depth guide on the collector role, so stay tuned for that. If that video is already out, it's the video on the right, and if not, I reckon the video on the left will do just fine. Bye bye.